People of my age cohort grew up listening to all kinds of differently coded libertarians, like some from the left, some from the right, freak out about things like a government surveillance state with databases tracking every individual, or a military takeover American cities and jackbooted thugs and thought police. It was like the thing we would hear nonstop from a whole kind of cohort of folks. And honestly, the crazy thing is we're living it now. I mean, just today, Donald Trump went for, I guess, a ride-along to tour the military occupation D.C. that he's deployed. We're living it. He sent Marines into Los Angeles. And that's why this riff from formerly Trump-friendly podcaster Tim Dillon really got me.
They've already got the cops on the street that are not cops, or that are the military. They've already got the National Guard on the street. They already have all your information in D.C., and now they just get to decide what is and isn't over the line. That should scare everybody. You're nuts, dude. If this doesn't scare you, you're nuts. All of these things that Alex Jones, and I've had Alex on, I like Alex, but all these things that Alex Jones was like worried about when I listened to him in the late 90s, early 2000s are coming to fruition. And I don't know where he is on all of that stuff, but like, I know he's a big fan of Trump, but like, this is everything Alex Jones always talked about. Military in the street, the FEMA camp, the tech company that monitors everything, the surveillance. This is all of that. I mean, not to sound like a nut. This is everything a crackhead. And I don't even mean a crackhead like crack, but a guy smoking weed in a room with a black light and a insane clown posse tattoo on his arm. I'm thinking of a very specific guy I was friends with. But this is everything that guy would have talked about.
Heather McGhee is a longtime progressive strategist, author of the phenomenal book, Some of Us. She's also just back from maternity leave after giving birth to an incredibly adorable baby. Ben Rhodes served as Deputy National Security Advisor under President Obama and is one of the hosts of Pod Save the World, and they join me now. I think all three of us are around the same age, and all three of us have been in the room with the black light on, with the guy smoking weed, doing the riff about this. Heather, it's so true that this specific vision, which has kind of haunted American politics in, again, different ways, some from the right, some from the left, like the degree to which that is the goal, seemingly, of the public face Trump wants to do, both behind the scenes in terms of our data and Palantir, but also in terms of what they are projecting to the American people.
It is because it doesn't make sense. Dylan was saying, why aren't my guys, right? Why aren't my fellow, right-wing podcasters up in arms about this? And it's because, sadly, the cultural force that animated the mania and the paranoia was the vision of a federal government in service of civil rights, of Black people, right? Of taking women out of their rightful place in the home, right? And so when the federal government was seen as something that was basically a big sort of civil rights machine that would take over white male sort of proper place in society, it was something to be feared by a sort of libertarian movement that was largely culturally, not, intellectually, but culturally driven by a white male grievance. And so now that Donald Trump is the face of it, that the logic is against, young Black people, in an outdoor mall, that the logic of the state power is against undocumented immigrants from whole countries, it's fine, right? And the best, smartest guys in the world who also happen to be, techno-fascists are the ones handling all of your data. It's fine. So unfortunately, the right-left coalition we should see saying, you know what, I'm a privacy person, I'm a civil libertarian, I want to come together to stop this. I worry that race and gender is going to be the fault line that doesn't make it really take off. And of course, this is all Trump's doing to try to distract his base from the Epstein stuff.
Yeah, although, I agree with that. I do think one of the things I think was encouraging about when the troops were called out in Los Angeles was that the public did seem to turn against that pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I do think there's
none of this is popular. None of this is popular with the majority of the American people, but I think Trump is playing this for his base.
Yeah.
And so I think what Dylan is suggesting is that his base,
right, totally,
the ones who've hated the federal government, should be alarmed, but they're not going to be.
They're not going to. Right. They're not going to get on
their side. Yeah.
There's also, so there's the show part of it. And honestly, like, I don't know if you guys have watched the video they made of them arresting the sandwich guy, which looked like a Verhoeven film. Like, it was like straight RoboCop sort of like fascist propaganda. So there's like, Ben, they're like doing this at the content level, right? They're also really doing it. Like, there are actually troops. And then, like, the thing that Dylan said, which I thought a lot about, is it's like DOJ breaking down all these barriers about data, 4 or 5 IRS commissioners resigning, because like tax data is probably like the kind of crown jewel, and like even people that Trump appointed clearly not wanting to go along with whatever insanity Stephen Miller and him are cooking up. Palantir doing whatever they're doing with that government data, like that used to be a huge deal. That was a huge deal about what the government data is, and somehow that does seem to have sort of evaporated from people's concerns.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at it in the context of what's been happening around the world, and you look at it in the context of, I don't know, let's just call it neo-fascism, right? There's 2 things I'd highlight. The first is that the democratic legitimacy for the leader, right, in an authoritarian or right-wing authoritarian society is that the leader reflects the will of the people, right? So even if he's acting undemocratically, it's somehow democratic because he's reflecting your grievances. Right. He's targeting your enemies. His aggrandizement, his power is inherently legitimate. What scares me, Chris, is this, because I think that this is not a bug. I think this is a feature. You know, my last book was about the rise of authoritarianism around the world in places like Hungary and Russia, and I look at Turkey and Israel and India and all these places. And we see the same playbook. It's the exact same playbook that is being run by Trump, except one big difference. None of those countries have the awesome capacity of the U.S. national security state, the awesome resources of the United States of America, and the breakthrough technologies in Silicon Valley of artificial intelligence, which actually allows you to use the mass collection of data. So we have actually never seen this. This is far beyond anything that Viktor Orban did. This is something that Vladimir Putin wished he had, these capabilities. And we're only 7 months into this. I mean, not to be kind of scary here, Chris, but like, where are we going to be 7 months from now? Because you're right. I'm in LA. People didn't like it when they came here, but he's normalizing it. Suddenly, it's not that unusual for troops to be in the streets. Suddenly, it's not that unusual for like there to be essentially like a militia. ICE is a militia that serves Donald Trump's political interests. Suddenly, it's not that unusual that Donald Trump has turned the Capitol into kind of a military encampment. Which, by the way, is not unusual for an authoritarian society. Does anybody really think that those guys are going to go home? You know, if Donald Trump is voted out of office, or, you know, he can't run for office, but if he tries to stay, you know? So I think what we have to get our minds around is the authoritarian playbook that we've seen in other countries wedded to a degree of power that none of those countries, not even China, has in terms of the capabilities in the U.S. national security state. Ironically, the black helicopter crowd on the libertarian right are the ones that, you know, have been calling out these kinds of scenarios. Heather's exactly right. When the president was black, the conspiracy theories used to be in Texas. Remember, there was a crazy theory that Obama was going to do some military exercise. But maybe that's why they know what they're doing, because it's projection, right? The conspiracy theories they had about the liberal social engineering government that Heather rightly talked about, that their fever dreams, it can be made real because they thought about them to begin with.
It's not a maybe, Ben. That's such a good point, because if you think about it, what community has actually had lawless state violence leveled against it at the highest level? Like, what communities' leaders have been surveilled and assassinated, right? I mean, it is the Black community. It has been, you know, even up till recently with the federal response to the George Floyd protests. This is our version of authoritarianism that we have experienced here on our shores throughout our history. And that's why I think it's so important for us to look at how Black communities survived and overcame the authoritarianism here in the U.S. of Jim Crow, before that of slavery itself, in multiracial coalition, through the kinds of things that we have to listen to now. I love your book, Ben, and I also don't think we need to look as far as movements across the globe to figure out how to defeat authoritarians like Donald Trump, because we defeated Jim Crow here.
I will say the one thing that has been very encouraging is watching free American citizens exercise their rights as free citizens in the face of all this on the streets of DC and LA, just nonviolently saying, like, I don't like this, go home. Like that, we're still a free society, and there's still a real spirit of freedom in the American people. Heather McGhee and Ben Rhodes, thank you much.